Hello, Sean's Hands back with more back with more Kerbal Space Program. I'm from gamersandjobs.com. That's what I meant to say. It doesn't matter. Let's go into the game. Spent a little bit of time doing some money-making missions, so we were able to upgrade our research and development to be able to grab some of these more advanced systems. So we have 160 science to spend from our last mission to the moon, which is excellent. There's part of me that... Where was it? Oh, it's here. I can't even get it anywhere. I want that mobile processing lab, but I think we might have to wait to snatch up that one. That's just as well, because we really don't have the rockets to support it yet. So next up, what do we want? Wouldn't mind getting particularly the mainsail. I think that is what we want. It just has so much thrust. It's going to make it so much easier to get places. So I'm tempted to make our next mission one to Minmus. I'm kind of torn. Part of me really wants to do the... Do we have anything from Minmus yet? No, we don't. We could just rescue somebody too. Because we have the Explore the Moon. But I think we're probably going to do that. Orbital spacewalk, but we just went to the moon. I don't want to go back to the moon right away. I kind of wish we had Minmus missions on here, but they'll show up. Maybe if we just do a flyby of Minmus, that would encourage it to give us missions to Minmus. And I think that might be what we want to do, because we want to, we can do just a sort of a flyby and get a bunch of science and come back and go from there. Yeah, that should be a fairly simple mission. Let's get the command pod, because this time I do want both a pilot and a scientist. I want Bob to go on this one. I know we had some trouble with that. Let's see if we can work our way through it this time. So let's set up the staging first. I know I need lots of science, and I need all kinds of stuff. Probably put the science on top. Right, that seemed to be the thing I had to do. And then, right, the concern was that this one has the transmitter, but it doesn't have the heat shield yet. So maybe we drop that there? I don't know. I mean, I think somebody left me a note about what's going on there, that you get the heat shield for that particular one at a later. So yeah, maybe I'll wait until I get that. I want to use it, but I just don't want to find myself in a bad position. Maybe what we'll do instead is we will have a lander can attached to this. Now, do I risk... Well, the heat shield won't cover that either. God, give me a decent heat shield. Like, if you're going to give me the bigger parts, like... what else can we do? I'm not going to sit here and complain. Did I get the... I don't want Probo 9. I don't want to put two people in there. Is there some kind of crew quarters? So let's put this out. It's going to be the Mark 1 command pod. We know that much. Payload. No. We do have the rechargeable battery bank now, which I'm happy about. Plus the crew cabin. Will that work? Maybe we could do that. Do something like that. Because what I'd like to do is have my scientists come on board too. Because I want to do this. And I want to do probably that. And I want to have... Does this have storage in it? Can you store collectible data? No, it does not have storage. It doesn't look like. So it's just a straight up cabin. So if we want to store data, we probably want to put something like this on. And then we could EVA potentially our tall drink of water, isn't it? Drop the heat shield down here. Actually, maybe put that up here. Let's go ahead and get the parachutes on before we forget. How heavy is this thing? It is 1 ton. So we're only looking at like 1.8 tons plus the science. Yeah, so about 2 tons. Let's go ahead and drop this here, maybe. Can you get out of this? Or is that strictly, can you even exit out of this? Okay, I want to see that. Let's test that real quick. So if I have, say, the scientist and engineer, can they get out? Because I'm not sure they can. Yeah, they don't even have a hatch. All right. Gonna have to be basic. We're not ready to send multiple Kerbals and all that. We'll have to get a little more science. So we're gonna go back to the drawing board and just go to our sort of a basic go-to situation. We're gonna have a heat shield on this, right there. We're just gonna send Jeb up. Yep, that's correct. Actually, no. Do that. We don't need a storage unit because he can't reset this or this. You have to have a scientist to do that. So we're going to get a limited amount of data, but that's all right. Hopefully it will activate our missions. We'll do that. We will remember to add Kerbal Engineer this time. We will add some photovoltaic panels. Let's get good coverage. Don't want to cover the door though. There just for good measure. Good. We can put this on now, and we need our parachutes, which we can put one right on top here. And let's move these just so we can maybe have room, or we'll move them down. Right there, and then we'll put the parachutes here. It'll be fine. Okay, so we're not planning to land this time, are we? No, I'd rather have a mission for that. So we're just going to kind of go to Minmus and do a little bit of exploration just so we can get some more science. We might as well put a communication device on here. We will shift X, and that communicatron can go right here, so that if we're able to pick up EVAs and stuff like that, it will be relatively simple to transmit those if it's effective to do so. Okay, decouplers. First try. All right, like before, we want kind of our final stage. No, those are giant. Let's see. So we're gonna have this thing. This is really more than anything. I think what I hope is just that we're using that to slow down in the atmosphere. Let's go ahead and bring this thing up because this is going to be much taller. Do I have everything up here? Do I have it staged correctly? Yes. I think I have everything I want there. Great. So now we need a. Does this contain fuel? Yeah. Let's use that since it contains fuel. Let's go orange. Let's go classic orange. Ooh, I like that actually. So no, first we need a decoupler. There. And then we can put this here. Does that go to the bigger size or no? Ah. Here. And maybe one of these. Nope. And we're going to toss a wolfhound on here. This is hopefully what will finish getting us to Minmus. Nope. Or yeah? No. Good. And then we will have the full-on fuel tank. What can you do here? I want the big, long version of this, but you know what? This will do. 2, maybe for building at a very Apollo style sort of launch system here. Bobcat. So let's look at the difference. The Bobcat's a relatively new one. It has 374 kilonewtons at sea level and an ISP at sea level of 290 versus the mainsail, which is all the kilonewtons, 285. So a little less efficient, but ridiculously powerful. Gives us 8,075. We might as well do our thing where we toss a couple of bonus boosters on just for fun. Not boosters, but toss our little side. Oh. Good. And a couple of engines to go with that. Probably the smaller stuff. Maybe a couple skippers. Kind of large, but gives us a total of 8536 if we don't have those on. So it adds 500 delta V, or we could triple it. 8,716 for 56,000. I mean, it would kind of save me having to worry about it a bit, is the only thing I can think of. That's probably not a good enough thrust to weight ratio to get liftoff, but we can toss on our fuel lines. And then we can put the center engine down here as well, and then we have 3.69, no, so stage 7 is 2.13. Actually, that's going to be more than enough. So we probably don't even need the fuel lines. I think we can just run those as a launch. You only get 641 meters per second out of it, but, you know, I don't need that much more. 2.13 seems like a decent thrust-to-weight ratio. Total of 8,700 seems like plenty. Like, I feel like you could probably get to Duno on that amount. That, and that stages, and that goes, and that stages, and that goes, and that finally stages, and you have parachutes. What were we calling these? Cancel. I feel like we were calling them Junos. We'll call this the Juno 2. Cool. This ought to get us to Minmus, right? Get us to Minmus and home. Let's do it. Okay. Put our SAS on. I didn't put any RCS on here. Do I want to just... Nah, we'll be fine. No, we won't be fine. Let's put some RCS on here and just not be dumb about it. Not be reckless. I realize that's sort of antithetical to how we've been doing the game, but, you know, let's go crazy. So our center of mass is right there. Control, command and control. Not going to worry about any inline stabilizers yet. I don't think that's that kind of... I think the RCS should do what we need it to do for now. Let's get it 4 times though. Let's throw some wings on there too. If for no other reason than it's super cool. And we'll get the 3. Okay, that'll do. Very good. Turn on SAS, turn on RCS, crank the throttle, and away she kind of goes. That did not do the 3-way that I wanted it to do. There we go. Grab this one. Just put that right there. Yeah, right like that. That's good. And away she goes. Yeah, that's improved. It's a better result. Oh, I didn't. Okay, well, let's see if that's a problem. I didn't have the Separatrons set up correctly there. Hopefully they won't do anything crazy when they disengage, which is now. And away she goes. Okay. Live and learn. Hopefully we got it all now. Separatrons are important. I guess maybe particularly for this kind of engine or engine, but sorry. Thank you for not blowing me up that time. Kind of jangly there. Don't tilt. She wants to turn real bad. Come on, you gotta get over more. Give me something, you big wobbly thing. Get some atmospheric effects. Getting great control of this thing. That's alright, we're getting there. I mean, this is not going to be a clean, what do you call it, circularization by any means. Slow down more. Fighting the atmosphere. That mainsail is a beast, though. Slow it down even more. Good grief. Apoapsis is at 75. Gonna have to go. Jeez. That did not go great. I think we're good as far as total fuel remaining, though. Let's get up a bit. Let's set a maneuver node for circularizing. How much more delta V is that? It's going to be more than 25 seconds because we're going to be stepping down in our power. I'm betting that's at least a minute. So we'll get it down to about 50 seconds and kick it because we only have a smattering of fuel left in this. Let's go ahead and push that there. And we're in space. And let's go. Is this not going? Okay. Yep, I was right, about a minute, so I'm glad I burned when I did. But this engine's super efficient up here, which is nice, so we should get a lot of value out of this particular set of fuel. Don't know if it will get us all the way to Minimus, but it might. And again, we're really just doing a flyby. We may circularize an orbit around Minimus, but that's sort of secondary. Where that was 900 meters per second, we'll end up having used less than half of this tank. I love this new engine. I forget what it's called, but it's great. I am a fan. Coming up on it, and that's good. That's good. It's not very circular, but it's good. Are we maintaining our electric charge? We are. Let's do a, can we do it? Have we done a EVA yet in orbit? I think maybe we have. No. So we'll board and send that. transmit that. Very good. Let's turn SAS back on. Just keep it on our prograde for right now. Let's set minmus. So we need to... First thing we need to do is delete this maneuver. Go away. We'll need to get on the correct... So it's a 6.5. Adjust the node. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Need another 255 delta V to do that. But that's fine. Minutes from that, and then we'll should shortly after be able to do our burn. Boy, we may be able to get everything we need out of this one stage, which, hey, all the better. 1,200 fuel in the tank. That seems like a lot to work with. 4, 3, 2, 1, and nope. I don't want you on the program anymore. It's just regular stability assist, please. That down to about 10 seconds, and we'll kick it from there. Nope. C, please. And cut it. That works for me. All right. Now, where are you, Minmus? Let's go from about here, maybe? It's about, what, 1,900 or so, delta V? Why am I not getting a... There we go, it's got to be more over here. All right. So that puts our periaps at about 1.5. Nope. 21,000. That's good. I like that one. All right. We'll bring her around. Get to our burn point, 921. That should be, we should have plenty of fuel for that. Getting back is not going to be a problem. Do a quick pass of Minmus. Call it a day. Come home as a hero. Heck yeah. Let's just warp ahead. We need a 40-second burn. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Warp there, please. What I need to do is just warp to next node. There it is. Right, well, I wanted a different warp game. 47-second burn. We'll kick it off around the 30-second mark. Go ahead and line it back up. So we've got it all set. Electric charge is good. And we go. Nope, that's not deploy parachutes. I don't want to do that. I don't feel like now's the time to deploy a parachute. Not that I think it would do all that much. Yeah, we should be able to grab a quick orbit of Minmus at this rate. We're just coming up on the halfway point on this stage. This is way more efficient than what I might have imagined. Well, and also we're not pushing very much weight here, obviously, either. It's a pretty light little ship. If we had, you know, a much heavier crew quarters, you know, maybe a science bay and all that stuff, we would be looking at A very different situation, but we don't have that stuff. We just have a little pot with Jeb in there. Jeb has been on a diet. He's been taking good care of himself. Eating right. Doing the things you're supposed to do. How did we end up? Periapsis of 165. We can make a little adjustment if we want to bring that in. Make ourselves a maneuver node here. Nope. Go away, maneuver node. You're not working. There we go. How do you zoom in? I'm gonna have to go back and look at this. If I want to just look at, right, do I have? I want to show min-miss itself. Oh, probably like that. All right, so our periaps is 165. 43, 20. There we go. Oof, that's going to be a rough 1.3 meters per second. We better really, conserve our fuel. There we go. And we can go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and get rid of that. That's good. All right, let's warp to our min-miss intercept. Okay, I don't need min-miss to be my focus anymore. Can we set the focus back to Juno, please? Never remember how to reset the focus. Fine. Whatever. Let's go ahead and get right to here. And I think, yeah, we will definitely need to turn it around a bit, because at this rate, we would be thrown out of the atmosphere no matter what. But we might as well bring ourselves around min-miss. We have no, we're not, we don't have a strong enough, what do you call it, to communicate back. So we won't actually be able to send a whole bunch of science data back. Which is kind of a bummer, I think. No signal, yeah. Need to have stronger, what do you call them? Radars or whatever you want to call them. Good. Turn SAS back on, and we will burn to get it doesn't have to be particularly good orbit. That's fine. That's fine. All right, let's check out min-miss. Check out Job. His job. So we'll grab some science from the material bay. 100 science, high radiation environment, cause a few of the samples to glow. We'll grab some mystery go. Is this high in orbit or low in orbit? In space near min-miss. Okay. Go ahead and grab our. There they are. Log the pressure data. Keep experiment. Log the temperature. Keep experiment. Let's do a crew report. And then let's confirm we cannot transmit. Yeah, can't transmit. So we'll have to cancel. Keep that. We'll do an EVA. Now I do wish we'd brought the science thing. EVA report, just above min-miss's lowlands. Can we store that? All right, let's board and we'll see when we hit a new biome if we can grab a different science. Flats. Nope. Lowlands. Midlands. All right. If we do another EVA. Okay, cool. We can store that. What else can we get? Oh, lesser flats. All right, slopes. There may be others that we just won't get right now. And we'll board. Excellent. Little lowlands again. Slopes. Keep missing the slopes. Midlands? We done Midlands? I think maybe we did Midlands. Yeah. In case we hadn't. And we're pretty high above now. Do we get a different reading if we do the Mystery Goo again? 25. Yeah, high above Minimus. And we're coming up over the crater soon. Good Lord. This really is a kind of a crazy... All right, yeah. Let's go home. We'll just go there and then we'll burn the rest away when we get there. This is super inefficient, but we have so much fuel to spare that I'm just not worried about it. And we should be able to slow down really nicely when we get to Kerbal and just come straight back in. We only have 5 hours we need to wait for this thing. That's fine. This is far from needing to be exact. Okay. I'm good with that. Let's go to our Minimus escape. Set our Kerbal periaps in place. And we want to be going retrograde when we come out of this thing. Burn off the last bit of that. There we go. Burn retrograde. Get it down to, let's say, 40K. That'll be a nice flat re-entry. And so, or I don't want to come in quite that hot. I don't feel good about that. Do a quick save because we're fine. How much? We still have so much fuel in this stage. It is absolutely insane. There we go. 42K. Good. We're going to switch to retrograde because when we get here, we're going to want to be retrograde. We're going to want to hold it at retrograde. Nope, nope. I don't want to look at Minimus anymore. Fine. Just look at it like this. All right, 500,000 above. Let's get down to about 100,000. Spin it around, and we're just going to start burning right away. Because there's really no reason not to. Well, we'll start burning around 70,000. There we go. Get it in position, and let's bleed off that few, well, 60,000? How hard are we coming down here? I don't think we're going to be in that much trouble if we let the atmosphere do some of the work. He said confidently. The moment we see overheating, I think we hit it. There we go. Let's just save ourselves some kind of ridiculous, unnecessary catastrophe. atmosphere do its thing for a bit. Our periapsis is still 37K, right? There's no... We don't even have a specific intercept yet. So we can burn off a bit of our energy and speed here up in the upper atmosphere without worrying too much about it. But, you know, save some fuel. Maybe we can even land this actual stage. Get the whole thing on the ground. You never know. It's possible. You don't know. The big concern, of course, as always, is making sure she doesn't flip around on us before we can do something. We certainly have had that happen before. I am going to save. I think we're already here. We're very flat into this, right? Our periapsis is still 37,000. So, and we're not going back up yet. So we may, let this do its thing for a bit. We will burn a little more now to try to get that apoapsis down some more. We're actually going back up at this point, which is fine. So we can let the atmosphere work from here, because we're going to go up very briefly and then start coming back down again. This is a pretty efficient little re-entry as far as I'm concerned. Nice and stable. Pretty comfortable with it. RCS can turn off. We don't need that now. Jeb's having a good time. I think we're going to be coming up on a sunrise here over the mountains. Still ascending ever so slightly, but not in a position where we're going to come back out of the atmosphere. So one of the things I need to do is I need to look up how to... I just need to look up some of the camera controls again. I used to remember that stuff. Obviously, I'm happy if anybody wants to share that with me, but I can track that down pretty easily as well. Quick save, maybe zip ahead a bit. And we are still going back up and burning off speed. Coming back up on our apoapsis here shortly, and burning speed. Beginning to fall again. Can we drop these here? It'll be interesting to see. Really depends on how stable this thing remains. Now, this should be the heavier end by far. Listening to that sound. Okay, we're coming into the hotter part of the atmosphere, or thicker part of the atmosphere, but I think we're still fine. No, we are losing our control a bit here. We'll turn on the engines a bit, mostly just so we can hold the line on the retrograde burn. It'll let us burn off some additional speed, but that's really not the reason we're doing it. Well, from crash, not counting the parachutes, which hopefully will deploy. Increase that thrust just a little bit. Still struggling a bit to hold that retrograde. So far, so good. Should smooth out once we're under 1,000 meters per second. Increase that thrust even more, just so we can hold this retrograde burn. We might not be able to take this heavy beast all the way down. Honestly, we probably don't have the parachutes for it. So we're going to put these back in here, I think. So let's go ahead and maybe we'll give up this silly idea. Yeah, because we are still slowing down. But, yeah, she's flipped on us. Oh, actually, let's just see what happens. I don't think we'll be able to get the... I think we'll probably have to detach that one. We'll see how fast we're going when we're closer to the ground. Doing a quick save. We're going to turn off SAS. No reason to keep that on. 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. Here we're coming up on the moment of truth. Do we get to hold on to our bottom stage? I seriously doubt it. I bet we'll be going at least 20 meters per second. Well, we might lose the bell. I don't know. We'll probably lose the... Well, we're under 9, so that's good. Let's just see what she does. Wish I had just a little bit of fuel. Wish I'd saved just a touch of fuel. Under 9 meters per second. Right at 9 meters per second. And touchdown in just a few seconds. 40, 30, 20, 10. All right, we lost the bell, but okay. So the engine was the expensive part. Okay, we actually have to load that because the fall, the shift over. All right, get out of here. You're done. 6 meters per second it is. I knew it was too good before. .400, and we're at a nice safe 6.3 meters per second fall. I don't think we'll need to turn on the engine or anything like that. We'd have lost a lot of our science, and I didn't want to lose that. And oh my god. Can I please recover the vessel now? There we go! And that was Minmus. That was a little bit of a longer one, but I didn't feel like we should break that into 2 parts. But we have so much science. Look at all of our science. It's so good. We recovered some. I think we've come back with more money than we left with. Jeb is now level 2. All right, research and development. Let's go ahead and do this. Because I do want to think about now grabbing advanced exploration. So science exploration gives us, you know, storage containers and, you know, ladders and stuff like that. So we'll grab that, and we'll grab that, and not that interested in precision propulsion. A nice big RCS fuel tank, plus these new fuel tanks. I'm tempted to go ahead and grab this for 160, which would pretty much do us in, I think. Let's go ahead and grab the advanced fuel systems. Yeah, leaves us 39 left, which is not enough to do anything else. But next time we can, you know, be nice to grab these advanced command modules as well. But I think next time we're going to try and maybe put a science station on the moon, or Minmus. So we'll have to figure out who goes, because they probably won't be coming back for a while. Though maybe they will. Maybe we can do our... we don't have... Do we? Do we have a... Did we get the science for space docking yet? No. That's here. So maybe I'll do... Or it's here, right? Is it here? Maybe it's not. No, this is all stack separators and stuff like that. Miniaturization... Inline reaction. I'll have to track this down. We need a better antenna. So high gain antennas from now on is an important lesson learned. Here it is, I think. Right? Yeah. These are for docking. So we'll get a station on the moon. But we won't, if we can't include the docking port. I'll have to think about it. So how much would I need? Because I would need 160 plus 90, 250 science for that then. Okay, so we'll have to run another science mission, before we can do this, because I'm not sure. I kind of want to be able to bring back people. You can always land next to them. I'm overthinking it. Anyway, as always, my name is Sean Sands from Gamers with Jobs. Thank you for joining me for more Kerbal Space Program, and we will see you again real soon.